Alte godi a han cleve, le haikle canna shanir either managed to the fele, August Fana and Shunna. Hello everybody and welcome to Athea, this historic day in Athea for the first West Limerick senior football final to be held here between Shannon Rangers and Father Casey's, the 20th of October, Missionary Sunday, in what should really be a historic day. Mount Collins band in the background getting ready to lead the teams around the field, getting ready to go marching into the field and hoping that this will be a great occasion. Abbeyfeale, will they complete the Grand Slam? They have won the intermediate county title, they have won the minor county title, they have won the West Limerick under 16 title, they have won everything before them this year, and they're hoping to add this elusive cup to their brilliant display. Dennis Kelly coming in, the man that managed the under 16, the man that saw the minors and helped them out in their victorious campaign. Yes, Abbeyfeale, Father Casey's, a club with a great tradition. We must not forget Shannon Rangers. Shannon Rangers, a divisional team. Duhallow won the divisional team, won the county Cork senior football title this year by beating St Finbarrs for the second year in the trot. Shannon Rangers, comprised of men from Glin, Ballyhale and Fines. They have a great following. I'd say the biggest crowd ever to witness a West Limerick senior football final gathered here in Athea. Now we will go into the field and get the line outs of the teams, and hopefully, even though Ireland were beaten just by 1 point in the World Cup this morning by Australia, we hope that we have an exciting West Limerick senior football title here today, and may the honours go to the club that deserved the title most.
Your camera now, Henry.
No camera.
Keep on, lads. Keep on now.
Keep on.
Right, big. Quick road a minute. Come on.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
Big coach.
You're giving coach.
Come on, boys. Come on.
Let's go. Come on.
Senior football final between Abbeyfeale and Shannon Rangers, as both teams are marching behind the Mount Collins pipe band. A beautiful day here, and what should be a really interesting West Limerick final. The line outs of the teams. First of all, Abbeyfeale. In goals, Toddy McMahon. The full back line, Derry Quirk, David Keating and Morris Flynn. The half back line, Andrew Mahoney. Centre half back, Lee Murphy. And the other half back line is completed by Gerald O'Connor. Centre field, the combination of the young and the old, the veteran campaigner Jim O'Donnell and the youthful Richard Houlihan. The half-forward line, Liam Quirk, centre half-forward, Tom Fitzgerald, and number 12, the captain of the team, Joe Brother. The full forward line, the man that scored 3 goals in the West Limerick football final last year, John Scalacci Colbert. Full forward, Chris McGill, who made such an impact in the intermediate final against Ballygrand. And the full forward line is brought up by the youthful Kevin O'Connor. The St. Senan's team. St. Senan are the Shannon Rangers team. Shannon Rangers, a divisional team, a combination of Glin, Ballyhale and Fines. In goals, Pat Noonan. The full back line, John Long, Chris Noonan and Conor Fitzgerald. Half back line, Donald Carney of St. Senan's. Centre half back, John Conley of Glin. And the half back line is completed by John Mulaney of Gerald Griffins. Centre field, that versatile minor, number 8, the 6'4" Michael Lynch. And partnering Michael Lynch in the centre of the field is Patrick Ambrose from Gerald Griffins. The half forward line is completely a Glin half forward line. Billy Martin, the goal poacher in the under-21 final of last year. Centre half forward, Liam Long. And number 12, Liam Sweeney. Full forward line, line. Patsy Quinlan of Gerald Griffins off, but the corner forward. Dennis Reedy full forward, and Donald Mulvihill of St. Senan's completing the lineup. Both teams huddled close together as Mount Collins pipe and strike up Athea. The referee Matthew O'Connell of Kilcornan in the centre of the field as both rival supporters face the tricolour for the playing of Athea.
Hi, Shannon Rangers. Kevin. Please. Kevin. Wing closer.
Abbeyfeale playing with a slight advantage of the breeze in the first half. The number 20 for Shannon Rangers is Patrick Ambrose. They found it difficulty getting the number 9 jersey this morning. Could that prove to be looking omen from the men from the Shannon as the referee Matty O'Connell checking with his linesmen and checking with his umpires, telling the half forward Liam Quirk and the half back Donald Carney to move back a little. Will this strong breeze dominate this game? Pat Lane, linesman for this game as the ball is in, the game is on. First to break away are Gerald Griffins, and it's Michael Lynch, and Lynch, the sturdy built Lynch, trying to find his corner forward, but the versatile David Keating is beating the fullback and beating Donald Reedy, and Kirk out his cornerback. Morris Glin and Keating appear to be foul with the ball. A left-footed shot high into the centre field. Michael Lynch go up for it, get it, and Lynch, a great footballer. Reedy, one of the most outstanding men, appeared to be foul with the referee Matty O'Connell getting the benefit of the doubt as Morris Glin, who's weathered many a campaign, out to the half, out of the midfield player, and the midfield player in question is Jim O'Donnell. Jim O'Donnell pumping for Chris McGill, but it goes beyond Chris McGill to the other Chris Newman. Chris Newman now to number 5 Donald Carney, and Donald Carney fisting the ball down, trying to open up the attack into the corner of the forward. Going for the line, Donald Mulvihill trying to find his man, and it's a line ball for Father Casey's to be taken by Morris Glin. Morris Glin, one of the most versatile the Father Casey's been in the team, being handed the ball by Pat Lane. Morris, a great man to kick a ball, will take this line ball from the hand as Michael Lynch waiting in the centre of the field with Richard Houlihan. These men had a battle before in the 21 final in Newcastle West. Lynch getting the better of the battle so far as Morris Glin, a high ball, goes beyond the midfield pairing into Liam Quick going up for it. Liam Quick fisting down, but it's going down to his opposite number. And Donald Carney with the ball. Donald Carney to his centre back. The centre back John Connolly. His man is in the guard. She can Abbeyfeale. Ball dropping to the centre of the field. And it's going down to Billy Martin. Billy Martin, a lovely footballer, trying to find his corner forward. And the corner forward in question is, the other full forward in question is Dennis Reedy. Dennis Reedy trying for a shot for a point. A dangerous ball going in. Will the goalkeeper get it? Oh, he just gets it in time. And it is a robbed off him out. Scott again. Great work there by Andrew Mahoney. Toddy McMahon there and dangerous. Down for a while. It's going out in number 7. Number 7 in question is John Mulan. John Mulan. Pat Ambrose with the ball now, and Pat Ambrose trying his shot in. A good ball into the centre again. Who will get it? Will it be the goalkeeper, or will it be the halfback, or will it be Billy Martin? It appeared to be a 45 from this angle, but the umpire was nearer to the action than we was, and he said the ball went out wide as the first attack by Shannon Rangers. Gerald O'Connell there having a great battle with Billy Martin. Toddy McMahon, not a great ball by Toddy, trying to find Gerald O'Connor, and the youthful minor gets it. His shot is half blocked down. Come on, lad. Come on now. By Donald Mulvihill, and it's a line ball for Abbeyfeale. Morris Glin will have a busy afternoon taking the line balls, judging by the one or two that he's taken so far. Morris Glin, Flynn asking the half hours to move forward as he's driving the ball down. Again, it's going down towards John Connolly. The ball drops again, but Connolly gets it. John Connolly is fouled. John Connolly very strapped tightly to his right leg, trying to find his man, and the man in question is Liam Long, the centre forward. Liam Long trying to find the full forward, Dennis Reedy, and Dennis Reedy going for it. He's left-footed. Dennis Reedy will pass it out again to the midfielder. Is there a score coming on here, or is that a foul? It's a score. Yes, it's just gone to the left and gone wide. Michael Lynch there running forward for the incoming pass from Dennis Reedy and going to the left of the goal and now right. Toddy McMahon looking for offside the field this time. Not a great kick out by Toddy the last time. Will this be a better kick out? As Toddy, better kick out this time to the centre of the field. Up going Jim O'Donnell as going to the half-hour line. Coming around again. It's Shannon Rangers opening up the attack, but Jordan O'Connor reading the ball to perfection, but it's gone out to the corner forward. The corner forward is Donald Mulvihill, where he is scoring here. Going across again, Toddy McMahon trying to guard it, but the danger is cut out by David Keating. David Keating has weathered many a storm, judging that ball aptly as David himself prepares to take this free. Father Casey's very, very slow to settle down. Shannon Rangers getting the better of the exchanges in the early stages, but there's no score so far. The ball is dropping down between Liam Quick and his opposite. Donald Carney gone about 30 yards and then finds his corner forward. The corner forward was fouled and the corner forward is Donald Mulvihill, and it's a free for Shannon Rangers. Could this be the opening score of the game? Well within Donald's reach, about 32 yards out. Drive it against a difficult crossfield breeze. No score so far. Donald Mulvihill to take this free, socks down around his ankles. It looks good, but it's gone to the right and it's gone wide. These opportunities could be costly before the game is over, as Toddy McMahon having a busy day kicking out the ball so far today. Being given the ball by the Shannon Rangers, full forward Dennis Reedy. Michael Lynch playing very well for Shannon Rangers so far as Toddy McMahon prepares to take this kick out. Michael Lynch going up for it again this time and it's punched down by the centre forward Liam Long. David Keating there. David Keating playing very well for Abbeyfeale. David will take this time himself. He's trying to find his full forward Chris McGill. Chris McGill lets the ball go past to John Colbert trying to find Tom Fitzgerald and the railway man. Is there a goal on here? Oh, a brilliant save! A brilliant save by Pat Noonan. Pat Noonan there and being helped by his centre back. John Conley's the ball is still in danger. Conley going down for it and Conley pick it up and then drive it out to his full back. The full back is Chris Noonan. Chris Noonan then drive it again, playing good low style football, and it's coming out to their half-back line. Donald Carney appeared to be a foul, was foul. Since Shannon Rangers working that ball well out of defence. A great ball by John Colbert was that Tom Fitzgerald very nearly got a goal as Donald Carney himself prepares to take this. Donald take it from the hand, trying to find another man, and the man in question is the midfield man, the man who's wearing number 20 is Patrick Ambrose, and Ambrose played a great game down to his full forward Dennis Reedy down to the corner forward Donald Mulvihill shaking off the tackle and then sending a dangerous ball into the square. Is there a score on here? Yes, it looks likely, it is likely, and the first score of the game, a pint for Shannon Rangers. A great cross by Donald Mulvihill, finding the man from Glin, Billy Martin, and Billy Martin drive it high and drive it over the bar. Billy Sweeney.
Not Billy, that's it, boy.
Sorry, I said Lee McSweeney. Billy McSweeney, I was calling him Billy Martin. Lee McSweeney is number 12, Billy Martin is in the far offside the field, number 10. Toddy McMahon will this give spirit to them in from the Shannon side. Jim O'Donnell going up for it. Jim O'Donnell is broken down from him. Amelia there in the centre of the field and is pulled on there by the centre back Lee Murphy, and Lee Murphy to the far offside the field and out over the sideline. Connor Fitzgerald to take this one. Connor Fitzgerald trying to fit offside of the field. It's going into the corner forward and it's broken down. Pulling in the ball is Lee Murphy. Donald Carney get it. Carney reading the ball to perfection and then a good pass and looking forward for the return passes down to Donald Mulvihill. Donald Mulvihill, a good ball trying to find his full forward Dennis Reedy. Dennis Reedy is shackled by David Keating. David Keating still on Dennis Reedy. Dennis Reedy finds his way through and through to the centre forward. Liam Long, it's good and it's over the bar. Second point for Shannon Rangers. There are 2 points coming from play and there are 2 points coming from their half hours. Liam Long and Lee McSweeney. Yes, 2 points for Shannon Rangers. Their Minthers are excited and delighted and encouraging their team from the sideline. Their Minthers played with Shannon Rangers in the 30s more than played in the 40s, and some of them played in the 50s, but they're as young as 18-year-olds today as Toddy McMahon preparing to take this kick out high to the centre again. Jim O'Donnell going up for it, but it's going beyond Jim O'Donnell to the centre forward Liam Long, and Liam Long goes in a solo wrong. Liam Long playing very well so long, being tackled by the Abbeyfeale half forward Joe Brother, but it's in there to the cornerback, and the cornerback in question, or the halfback, Gerald O'Connor. Gerald O'Connor drive it forward again, trying to find the probing ball for Chris McGill, but the other Chris Noonan coming with the ball, and then showing the spirit of the Shannon side as he finds the corner forward, Donald Mulvihill. Donald Mulvihill gone about 20 yards. Will Mulvihill try a probing shot? Is there a score in here? And the corner forward, Lee McSweeney, will he get a point? Oh, yes, it could have gone. It could have gone over just. Tricky win, just an opportunity there, but gone to the left and gone wide. A great ball by Donald Mulvihill to Lee McSweeney, but Lee McSweeney is encouraged again as Toddy McMahon is waiting to get the ball from the vice chairman of the club, Pat Scannell. Pat Scannell played in the over 40s this year in the inch of the Abbeyfeale. He has many happy memories of that night. He played with Mossy Brothers Brigade, and Mossy is very quiet so far today as Abbeyfeale haven't found their rhythm so far. Toddy McMahon preparing to take this kick out. It must be about the 7th or 8th time that Toddy has kicked the ball out so far in this game. High into the centre, ball dropping, punched down by the Liam Long, pulled down by David Keating away out from his goal, but it's Long again, Long, the probing Long, playing very well so far into his corner forward, In question, is there a score on here? It's gone, going high, and it's going over the bar. Patsy Quinlivan, the corner forward, got a beautiful pass from Liam Long and then sent the ball over the bar. Abbeyfeale are very slow to settle. Could it prove that the Fieldsiders are overconfident, as Jory O'Sullivan has a word there with Derry Quirk, the cornerback, and there should be a switch in the Father Casey's team as Derry Quirk is coming to one side and Morris Glin is trying to curtail the audacity of Patsy Quinlivan. Will this make a change, or is Derry Quirk moving further out the field? Yes, there seems to be switches all around the place at the moment. Donald really having difficulty with his laces trying to tie them, and Matty O'Connell of Kilcornan, I'm sure he will add on this to the first half time. Toddy McMahon, Abbeyfeale have yet to score. Shannon Rangers 3 points. Toddy McMahon the far offside the field. Got well there by Billy Martin. It's gone to Abbeyfeale, and there Jim O'Donnell trying to find Chris McGill, and McGill hit the jinxie McGill across the Tom Fitz. Is there a score on here by the Railwayman? It looks good, it is good, and it's over the bar. Quick work there by Abbeyfeale from Chris McGill to Tom Fitzgerald. Tom playing very good football in the Limerick senior panel, and the centre forward tapping it neatly over the bar. Will this give the Fieldsiders inspired confidence? As this Shannon Rangers fullback Chris Noonan to take this kick out. Chris McGill waiting for it. At the Shannon Rangers cornerback Conor Fitzgerald to take this kick out. Gerald O'Connor or Kevin O'Connor waiting for it. The ball is dropping to the centre field. Michael Lynch getting it. Michael unchallenged, driving it forward. In between David Keating and the full forward is Gerald O'Connor again, doing great covering work on the defence and trying to find off for offside the field to Jim O'Donnell. And Jim O'Donnell driving it forward, trying to find Chris McGill. Chris McGill trying to shield it. Being tackled from behind by Chris Noonan, appeared to be fouled. Yes, he was fouled. And it's a free. McGill, a quick one, trying to find Kevin O'Connor. And the quick thinking O'Connor soloing and then back to McGill, and McGill taking it on the run and then left footed. Will he try a point? That shot is half locked down as the ball bouncing around, a kind of a tricky bounce there. The referee Matty O'Connell deeming that Richard Toolahan was fouled there in the attack. One of the Shannon Rangers men down injured. Chris Noonan down injured, the man from Gerald Griffins who was playing so well so far in the game. They're having a look at him. It looks like an ankle injury from this side of the field. Pat Lane there looking anxiously on, as hopefully Chris Noonan will be alright, because he was playing very, very well for Shannon Rangers. At the moment it doesn't look too well, as one of their mentors is calling for medical aid from the sideline. Chris Noonan is recovering, and Tom Fitzgerald is going for point number 2. He got the first one from play. He's trying to get this one from a free. To the right and the goal of our left. Will the Railwayman get his second point? A dangerous ball. Oh, it's bubbly around the square, but it's well held there by the Shannon Rangers defensive man, that full back. He wasn't long recovering, Chris Jonan, but it's going out again into that midfielder, Richard Tolan, Liam Quick calling for it. He goes past Liam Quick and coming out to number 2, John Long, going again to the other corner back. The other corner back is Derry Quick, trying to find the centre half back, or trying to find the centre field man, Jim O'Donnell. Abbeyfeale find a difficulty. Morris Lynn trying to for offside the field. And the ball going forward again, but the Shannon Rangers defence very, as Gerald O'Connor is battling for it. Gerald O'Connor, a tenacious battler. Liam Quick seemed to foul his number 12 there, and the number 12 in question was Liam X. Sweeney. One Liam fouling the other Liam, as it will be a free for Shannon Rangers. Who will take it? Will it be Donald Mulvihill, or will it be the other Donald Carney? Number 5, Donald Carney, Donald with the blue tags. His right leg's bandaged a little as Donald tries to drive this ball forward, and then trying to find the centre and use the centre position. That centre forward get eaten. The centre forward in question is Liam Long, hooshed over the in line by Toddy McMahon for a 45.
Right.
Will it be Patrick Ambrose, a great minor, played a great game in Coolacappa for Ballyhale against Field Rangers. Driving to the left this time. Dangerous ball. Is it gone over the bar? Yes, it's tapped over the bar again by Liam Long. A very shrewd point by Liam Long, watching the ball all the way and then fisted it over the bar. As the score is Shannon Rangers 4 points, Abbeyfeale for the Cases 1 point. Toddy McMahon preparing to take this kick out. Toddy high into the centre field. Jim O'Donnell going up for it, but the ball is flicked on beyond him, and it's going again to Pat Ambrose, and Ambrose having difficulty picking it up. It seemed to be impeded there, but still Ambrose with the ball, and then tackled and for offside the field, trying to shake off the tackles, but Matty O'Connell deems that he was fouled. Some of the crowd don't agree with Matty's decision. Will Pat Ambrose himself take this free? He'll take it from the hand, and the probing high ball by Pat Ambrose trying to find his full forward. His full forward is Dennis Reedy, but the ball is busted over there to David Keating. David Keating trying to find Liam Quick. Liam Quick being chased by Donald Carney, and Liam Quick hopping the ball in front of him and then give it out to Gerald O'Connor, the tenacious halfback. Gerald left footed trying to find John Colbert. Abbeyfeale opening it up, and Colbert finding Liam Quick again. Liam Quick slow, difficulty in picking it up, being tackled all the time, trying to shield the ball, but Donald Mulvihill battling for it there as the ball is pumped through to, and the centre back Johnny Connolly ready to perfection as the railway centre forward Tom Fitzgerald had it brought out to the sideline, but John Connolly still with the ball, then drive it over to number 5 Donald Carney. Donald Carney, one of the best halfback in view today, still with the ball, stalling, and then trying to find it forward again. He finds it forward to Liam Long. Long back to Donald Carney. Donald Carney back to Liam Long. Liam Long will surely try for a score here. Will he get a point? It looks good. And it's gone to the left and gone. It's gone over the bar. Yes, 5 points, a magnificent point. The combination of Long and Carney. 5 points to 1. Were Abbeyfeale overconfident? Show their true spirit in the second half, as there must be a worried team at the moment. Toddy McMahon preparing to take this out. Gerald O'Connor seems to be in the full back line. Drive it high into the centre field. Liam Quick going up for it. Liam Quick gathering this one clearly, and will Quick use the ball to great effect this time as he tries to find Tris McGill, but instead John Colbert gets it. John Colbert trying to shield it. Colbert sending one of the typical John Colbert dummies, and then hold it up. Different players calling for it, and he's looking for the loose player, and the loose player in question is Tom Fitzgerald. Off Matty O'Connell, and Matty will throw in this ball himself. It will be in between the two number 9s, between Michael Lynch and Richard Holohan. Pat Ambrose waiting for the breaking ball. Jim O'Donnell waiting for the breaking ball. Will Lynch field it clearly, but this breaks down to Jim O'Donnell, and Jim O'Donnell hops it. Will he get a point here? No, it goes to the right hand side, and coming down, well held down to the Shannon Rangers cornerback, and the cornerback is Conor Fitzgerald for offside the field. Seemed to be foul there, and one of the Shannon Rangers halfbacks, and the free will be taken by their cornerback Conor Fitzgerald and Kevin O'Connor. Conor a sharp one trying to find Pat Ambrose. Pat Ambrose chips it up neatly and then sends the dummy, hops it, and so does Ambrose, a strong player, gone about 20 yards, then still with the ball. The ball crossed to number 7. The number 7 in question is John Mulaney. John Mulaney pump a high ball in. Will David Keating get the break? David Keating going for it, but it's got by the corner forward, number 13, Patsy Quinlivan. Patsy Quinlivan, a dangerous ball. Taddy McMahon shielded, well shielded by Gerald O'Connell on the goal. We're trying to find David Keating. David Keating punching it out into his other cornerback, Morris Flynn. And Morris Flynn trying to turn defence into attack and trying to find Tom Fitzgerald. Good feeding by the railwayman, seemed to be fouled from behind. And Tom Fitzgerald will surely drive this ball. Seemed to be fouled a little by John Connolly. He was under the arms of the law as Tom Fitzgerald finding this one, trying to find the loose man. The loose man is the cornerback Derry Quirk, and Derry Quirk, a dangerous ball down. Will this ball be broken around the square? Broken it is, but the man, it's broken down to Tom Fitzgerald, and the railway man again was fouled. I thought Matty O'Connell might give him the benefit of the advantage, but it's a free for Father Casey's. Will this be their second score of the game? Shannon Rangers 5 points. Father Casey's of Abbeyfeale 1 point. Tom Fitzgerald to take this. Tom got their only score so far from play. Will he get their second score from a free? Tom Fitzgerald, to his father Richard Fitzgerald, spent a holiday surveying the agricultural prospects of New Zealand a few years ago, and the Kittoak from the railway, about 45 yards out of the goal, now left. Normally a very good place kicker, but will this prove that he's a good place kicker? Yes, it does, as it sails high and sails over the bar. Yes, 2 points to 5. Chris Noonan to his cornerback, a good kick out by Chris Noonan. The ever vigilant cornerback, Conor Fitzgerald, to side the field, being punched on further by Donald Mulvihill, but Donald Mulvihill fouled from behind by Derry Quirk. Donald limping a little, injured a muscle there in that fall. The Saint are the Shannon Rangers mentors attending to this man from Fines, Donald Mulvihill, who's playing very well so far. Started off as corner forward, out now on the half-forward line. As Donald Carney gains a few yards with the ball there, as John Connolly takes a swig of the Lucasade, and Connolly back to Manhis in the back position. Mulvihill limping a little in that ankle, seems to have pain, but with little help from the sideline should be all right. Matty O'Connell, a very impartial official so far.
No spray. No, there's no spray. Not a spray, Pat.
To see Dawn going off at the stage of the game.
No.
Pat Noonan saying that the Raljacks was in front of the bag and they're trying for the bag so far and they can't find it. Donald Mulvihill seems to be all right, as being encouraged by the mentors on the sideline. The free to be taken by another Donald, and this Donald is Donald Carney. Donald Carney, a good ball, going to the centre. Will it be won by the centre forward, or will it be going to the one the backs in question? And the back in question is number 7, and number 7, Gerald O'Connor, tigerish as could be, down to the railwayman, Tom Fitzgerald, a good ball to Richard Holohan. Richard Holohan solling with the ball, then pass it forward again, and pass it forward to Liam Quirk. A good moment here by Abbeyfeale, down to number 12, Joe Brother seemed to be fouled after kicking that ball by Donald Carney, and it's a free from where the ball landed. A little bit of indiscipline there in the Shannon Rangers team. Will this be point number 3 for Tom Fitzgerald, or will it be taken by Liam Quirk? Five points for Shannon Rangers, 2 points for Father Casey's. This point number 3 coming up for Tom Fitzgerald, well within Tom's range, about 20 yards out to the goal of our left. Matty O'Connell telling Liam Quirk move a little outside the ball. Tom socks around his ankles. Good ball, and it's over the bar. Point number 3 for Father Casey's. Just 2 points between the teams. 5 points for Shannon Rangers, 3 points for Father Casey's. Will Shannon Rangers maintain the momentum? Will they keep the early initiative, or will Father Casey's gradually take control in this game? Some of the Father Casey's team didn't look as spirited at the start of the game as they did at the county final. Maybe too much football played during the year, maybe too many nights with too many women, or maybe too many nights at the old Mountain Dew, but they shall prove me wrong in the second half as Chris Noonan prepares to take this ball out. Going to the Michael Lynch, and Lynch having a good game, the centre of the field. Lynch pumping forward, trying to find his corner forward, but cut out by Liam Murphy. Liam Murphy down to Derry Quick. Derry playing better football since he came to the half-back line, down to his brother Liam, and brotherly love as Liam hops the ball and then tries to shake off the shackles of Donald Carney, and Liam pumping it forward. Jim O'Donnell going up for it. Jim O'Donnell just handing it across to Kevin O'Connor. Kevin O'Connor out to the railway man, and Tom Fitzgerald will Tom pass into Jim O'Donnell. Is this a typical Jim O'Donnell Pint coming up as Jim from about 40 yards out, going to the left and going wide? Could have been a score there for Abbeyfeale, but just a little off the target in the end. The build-up was great, the end product not so good, as Pat Noonan waiting to retrieve the ball from the umpire, and the Glin full of the Shannon Rangers full back, Gerald Griffins man Chris Noonan, preparing to take this kick out. Pat Noonan from Gerald Griffins, Chris Noonan from Gerald Griffins, both from Ballyhale. Michael Lynch and Richard Holohan, they'll know each other well before this game will be over as they're hooshing each other a little in the centre of the field. Chris Noonan preparing to take this kick out, trying to the centre of the field. Michael Lynch going up for it, going to Tom Fitzgerald. Tom Fitzgerald the ball, but the ball is cut out by Conor Fitzgerald. Conor Fitzgerald going down for it is John Conley. John Conley seemed to be heavily tackled there by Richard Holohan, but back to Conor Fitzgerald, and Conor Fitzgerald left footed. Liam Quick going up for it. Liam Quick trying to belt it down, but it goes down instead to the other number 10, Billy Martin. Billy Martin, the goal poacher, over carried the ball, so the referee being harassed there by Andrew O'Mahony.
Connor, will you clear the ball? Come on, John. Hey, come on out.
This free to be taken by Tom Fitzgerald. What a score at the stage wouldn't do for the confidence of other cases before half-time, as they're 2 points in arrears. 3 points to 5. Chris McGill moving in around to the edge of the square. John Colbert at the very corner of the square as Tom prepares to take this one. Will this be a point for Tom? It will surely be a great point if it will be, as Joe Brother running forward for the quick free. The railwayman steadying himself, and then a dangerous ball dropping to the right, dropping just beyond Kevin O'Connor and dropping wide. Yes, 2 points still between the teams. 5 points for Shannon Rangers, 3 points for Father Casey's at the corner forward. Shannon Rangers corner forward, Donald Mulvihill trying to shake off the shackles of that injury, heavy difficulty all the time. Chris Noonan trying to for offside the field, trying to find Pat Ambrose. Ambrose chasing it with Jim O'Donnell. Ambrose going down it. Ambrose then sending the dummy. Ambrose playing very, very well, and then carrying the ball, gone about 20 yards still with the ball, being tackled high there by Joe Brother, but still Ambrose with the ball and carry it forward, and then driving it forward and drive it forward down to his corner forward. 10, is there a score on here? It's a dangerous ball. Have you know the scores on the goal, and it's a goal driven in by number 10, Billy Martin, was pounced on by the other Billy Max Sweeney, from one Billy to another Billy, and this will surely lighten up this game as he came out. Though Dennis Reedy was in there as well, battling hard for it. Billy Sweeney looking physically exhausted there. His ankle out. Donald Mulvihill, his ankle giving him great trouble. Will there be a substitute warming up here, number 16? Him the slip of paper. They're just giving Mulvihill a few extra seconds, see will he limber up. As 1 goal and 5 points.
Win it again, Liam, come on! Come on, Michael!
Toddy McMahon, a better ball from Toddy this time. It's surely up to the Father Cases now to prove their ability, as the Senans or Shannon Rangers full forward. Dennis Reedy fouled again. The ball is going in again. Is there another score on here? But it's hooshed out there and got by Morris Glin, and Morris Glin out to number 7 to Gerald O'Connor. Gerald O'Connor trying to find Morris Glin. Morris Glin with the ball, then work it out, trying to find Here's Richard Holohan. Richard Holohan in the middle of the field. Seemed to be fouled, was fouled. Richard, will he take a quick one? Looking at the side of the field, then looking to Liam Quick. Liam Quick with the ball. Liam pumping it forward, trying to find the open spaces. Will John Colbert get this ball? Or will he be got down by Conor Fitzgerald? Conor Fitzgerald playing very well in the cornerback position. And it's a free for Shannon Rangers. A goal and 5 pints to 3 pints. The 3 pints for Father Casey's coming from the boot of Tom Fitzgerald. They have yet, this ball is going very near the sideline. Will it go over the sideline as Liam Quick is chasing with Donald Carney, and the ball gone out over the sideline. Liam Quick will take himself this one. He's taking a quick one, trying to find Chris McGill, and McGill majestic in the air, and then trying to find a probing ball in towards Kevin O'Connor. Will John Colbert get the break? Will Kevin O'Connor get it? Being harassed by Con Fitzgerald, but Tom Fitzgerald going down it, and the railway man trying to shield it, playing very good football, gone about 20 yards and trying to take his point, and going to the right and gone wide. Yes. 1 goal and 5 pints for Shannon Rangers, 3 pints for Father Casey's. I thought before the game that Father Casey's would be red hot favourites, but Shannon Rangers are proved that they're well up to the test. Them in from Ballyhale, them in from Glin, and them in from Fines, playing very well as Chris Noonan shaking off the effects of the early injury, preparing to take this kick out. Joe Bruder and John Mulaney battling there in the centre of the field, as there's a lot of bunching going on before half time. That's a great ball, this by Chris Noonan, going for the far offside of the field, going down for this Pat Ambrose, a great player, being tackled there and still holding onto the ball, has held onto the ball too long, or is he fouled? It's a free, says Matty O'Connell of Kilcornan. Ambrose himself kicking this one, trying to find his number 7, and the number 7 in question is John Mulaney. John Mulaney with the ball, the man from Gerald Griffins, trying to find his corner forward. It's going down to the corner forward, and the corner forward then holding up the play. Will he back it to John Mulaney? Will he try a shot into the centre of the square? He's trying to out to Liam Long, the centre forward, and Liam Long taking his option, sending a dummy, and then Liam Long with the ball, seeing to overhold it, but still with the ball, and then trying for a pint. Will it be a pint? Yes, it is a mighty pint by Liam Long. Liam Long showing all the experience of an inter-county player as he got that ball high and got it over the bar. A goal and 6 pints to 3 pints. That's 9 pints to 3. Dribble scoring. Will Father Casey's come back? Yes. I've never seen Father Casey's in so much trouble before half-time as I have today, with Toddy McMahon urged on by their supporters. Toddy driving it high into the centre field. Liam Quirk going up for it, punched down by Donald Carney. Liam Quirk trying to get it again. Liam get it there and running to heavy tackle from John Mulaney. Then will Matty O'Connell have a word there with John Mulaney as their Mulvihill seems to be gone down again. The Shannon Rangers Minters worried there. Or is it the halfback? Conor Carney. They're huddled close together. Michael Hanley, the editor, the observer, lighting up a cigarette, relaxing today, and Minters from Abbeyfeale, Ned McElgett, Mossy Bruder, Dennis Kelly, Willie Galvin, Jerry Sullivan and Jimmy Linehan anxiously looking at it. They said the boys had too much to drink. What too much is in Abbeyfeale? It's a difficult question. Is it 2 pints or 3 pints? As the Abbeyfeale free to be taken this time by their cornerback, Derry Quirk. Derry out in the half-back line in an early switch. Derry will try to lob this ball in around the square, and it's a good ball from Derry, dropping around the square, going up for it and break it down. It's come down to the full forward Chris McGill, but it's broken from Chris McGill, and number 7 John Mulaney gets it out to his number 4 Conor Fitzgerald. The St. Sinan's other backs playing very well. Lee Murphy going for it, and the publican from Abbeyfeale burst his way forward, was fouled there, but the referee giving him the benefit of the advantage. Is there any advantage as he appears to be fouled a second time? Matty O'Connell then deems that he was fouled. It's a free for Father Casey's. Will he be taken by Liam himself, the centre back, having a quiet game by Liam's high standard so far? Liam will take this ball from the hand. Abbeyfeale badly need a goal before half time. Will it be gotten the person of the railway man, Tom Fitzgerald? Tom Fitzgerald get it. Tom Fitzgerald appeared to be fouled. Is there a penalty? Yes, no, the ball is bubbling around. No penalty, says the referee, as it's coming out again, and coming out for it, and getting it is Kevin O'Connor. He's hassled there by John Mulaney, and coming across again with the ball coming out to Kevin O'Connor a second time. He's getting a second bite of the cherry, trying to bust his way through, being tackled heavily as being 3 backs around him. He's driving the ball out to Joe Brother, out to Jim O'Donnell. Jim trying to get his point as the ball is going across to John Corbett to Chris McGill. Will McGill take the point? Yes, he does. Point number 4. Point number 4. 4 pints to a goal and 6. 4 pints to 9. Chris McGill trying to inspire the field-siders. They look dangerous when they get around the goal mouth, but the Shannon Rangers full back line, very, very strong indeed. Chris Noonan getting the ball from Pat Noonan. Is there something wrong with the ball? Says Pat Noonan. He's looking towards the sideline. They're looking for the size 4 playing by the under 12s and the under 14s. There's difficulty here with the ball, but Pat Noonan is getting one instead, and Chris Noonan himself will take this kick out. The wind after rising, will it favour Shannon Rangers in the second half? Will Abbeyfeale get a goal before half time? Chris Noonan high into the centre of the field. It's half time, and the score is 1 goal and 6 points for Shannon Rangers, 4 points for Father Casey's. Father Casey's, I'm sure, against the wind, against the elements for the second half, will hope to improve in their first half display. Shannon Rangers hoping to play just as well and to ensure victory for the Shannon side.
That's his brother. Hang on a second, lads. Hang on. Steady again. Come on, let's come on. Take your time a minute. Come in here, lads. Come in here.
Just coming into the game for Abbeyfeale for the second half. Corner forward, the duffer Abbeyfeale. He's replacing the youthful Kevin O'Connor, and he's not replacing Kevin O'Connor. Kevin O'Connor's out in the half-hour line, and who's gone off the Abbeyfeale team we'll find out as the ball is thrown in for the second half. And first to break away is Pat Ambrose, the strong Ambrose, being chased by Richard Tolan, and Ambrose left-footed, trying to let the ball do the work as it bobs through. David Keaton trying to fist it out. The full forward gets it, and the full forward in question is number 14 across to the centre forward, and Liam Long for a point, and Liam, yes, it's over the bar. Dennis Reedy to Liam Long, and Liam Long, no fooling, a deadly score for Shannon Rangers. 1 goal and 7 points to 4 points. Toddy McMahon prepared to take this kick out. Toddy, the ball dropping high in the air, going up for his Joe Brother, but the ball goes from Brother to Pat Ambrose, and Ambrose gone with the ball, and then trying a mighty long shot. Dangerous ball. Will Toddy McMahon let it off, or will he hold it? Toddy holds it, and Toddy out to his cornerback, and the corner halfback, turning cornerback Gerald O'Connor, trying to find his half-hour line, but there's a little mix up there as Michael Lynch moves it across to Pat Ambrose. Ambrose, a controlling figure in this game, is being tackled this time by Richard Hull, in the ball goes from the boot. Ambrose out over the sideline. Richard Holohan Takey trying to find Kevin O'Connor. Kevin stumbles, and it goes across to the number 10. Number 10 is Billy, and Billy, a good ball down to number 7, John Mulan. John Mulan with the ball, then holding the ball, and then left footed. John Mulan, a good ball into centre forward, and the centre forward across is Liam Long. Liam Long down to the full forward. The full forward is Dennis Reedy. Dennis Reedy, he was an inspiring figure at half time. He's trying for his point. It's just gone to the left. As it's kept in play, yes, it's kept in play out to the corner forward. Is there a goal on here? He hops it, it's a goal coming, a goal it is! The goal by Patsy Quinlivan. Patsy Quinlivan, the experience of the better. Morris Flynn complained that the ball was gone wide, but the umpires are not listening to the complaints. Also, Gerald O'Connor having a word with the umpires that ball was gone wide, but a goal by Patsy Quinlivan. Will it put the game beyond Abbeyfeale's reach? 2 goals and 7 points to 4 points. The referee Matthew O'Connell of Kilconnan going into talk to the umpires. We'll have a word with Morris Flynn. Morris Flynn, his name being taken. Morris thought that ball was gone wide, but the umpire thought the ball was still in play. Matty having a word with Morris Flynn as Patsy Quinlivan. He'll surely be the toast of the Shannon side tonight. Send that ball to the back of the net. 2 goals and 7 points to 4 points. Toddy McMahon taking the kick out, dropping shot again. Andrew Mahoney going up for it with Billy Martin, but it's coming down to Joe Brother, coming down to Andrew Mahoney, and Andrew Mahoney trying to shut in defence and to attack, trying to find D, and D had to foul from behind. Chris McGill, will he take a quick one, or will D himself take it, the mighty D, pump it forward to the centre, trying to pass it to Richard Holohan, but instead it's Pat Ambrose, and Ambrose with the ball, down to Michael Lynch, and the 6 feet 4 inches man, then driving his other halfback, and halfback in question is Donald Carney. Donald gone about 20 yards of the ball, and then Carney, dangerous ball again, Morris Flynn coming out for it, Morris Flynn let it drop, it goes to the centre forward is Liam Long. Is that a point on here by Long? Yes, it's high and it's gone over the bar. High and it's gone over the bar. 2 goals and 8 points to 4 points.
Keep it in now, come on. Come on now, Long. Keep putting it in. Keep letting it in high, come on.
Patsy Quinlivan and Morris Flynn very busy with each other. As Toddy McMahon preparing to take this kick out again. The ball dropping shot on the centre field. Up there going for it. Down to his breaking. And who gets the break? Broken ball. It says centre number 6 John Conley. John Conley to the number 9 Michael Lynch. It's Shannon Rangers everywhere. Going out to Donald Carney. Carney trying to find the full forward. The full forward with Dennis Reedy. Away out from goal. Sydney the dummy. And then Dennis driving down to number 10. And the number 10 is Billy Martin. Billy Martin, the man from Glin. Driving high into the centre. Dropping down there between Gerald O'Connor and his opposing number. Gerald fisted out. And fisted out to Lee Murphy, and Lee Murphy across to Joe Brother. Joe Brother very quite soft in the game, and Joe Brother then driving it forward, trying to find Richard Holohan, but Richard Holohan, Pat Ambrose seemed to overcarry that ball, but still with the ball, and then driving it forward, drive it down to the corner, centre forward, Liam Long, Liam to the left and Liam wide. 2 goals and 8 points. Larry Curtin is coming on the team for Father Casey's. The selectors are in a consultation. Who's coming off? That have a word with Morris Flynn. Will Larry replace Morris? As he gives his name to Matthew O'Connell of Kilcornan. Morris Flynn coming off the Abbeyfeale team, a man who's given sterling service to the team, don't you? Toddy McMahon. About 6 minutes in the second half. Toddy McMahon. High ball, the wind after getting stronger, the ball dropping higher. Up there going for it again, and it's coming down to the centre forward. The centre forward is Liam Long, Liam fouled in transit, and it's free for Shannon Rangers. 2 goals and 8 points to 4 points. That's 14 points to 4. Chris McGill out in the centre of the field, trying to urge on his team. As Liam Long will take this from the hand. Liam drive it high. And it's going very near the post, just gone to the left of the post and gone wide. The cornerback, Conor Fitzgerald, is looking for a drop of water as the Shannon Rangers Minter goes into their midfielders, Pat Ambrose, and their centre-back, John Conley. 2 goals and 8 points to 4 points. It looks at this stage of the game that Father Casey's have their work cut out as the ball is dropping out high into the centre of the field. Going down for it again, break it down as Michael Lynch. Michael Lynch break it down to the full forward. The full forward is tackled hard. Pat Ambrose get it. Ambrose a very strong player in possession. And then a dangerous ball forward again. Is that another score on here? That says Larry Curtin. As Larry Curtin gets the ball and drive it, trying to find Liam Quick. Liam Quick with the ball now. And then slipping in the surface as he's trying to shake off the tackles of his opposite number as the ball is going down again. Donald Carney with it. Donald will pull this ball on the ground. Will he get a score from here? Will he cross it over? As he's crossed it over to number 13, the right place, the right time. Patsy Quinlivan punches the tie as he uses the head, and it's gone over the bar. The head work by Quinlivan, foot work by Carney as the ball goes over the bar. 2 goals and 9 points to 4 points. As the Shannon Rangers Minters are taking poutine, they're so excited. They have oxtail soup and they have poutine mixed in it. They were never as excited during their life. Toddy McMahon preparing to take this kick out. 15 points to 4. Abbeyfeale have yet to score in the second half. Toddy McMahon trying to fit offside the field this time. Liam Quick going out for it, but is batted down from him. And coming in question is Ambrose left-footed. He's using left foot. It's a dangerous ball again. Instead of going on by Patsy Quinlan, he pushes it. Oh, he miscues. It's to Terry McMahon out to David Keating, and the full-back seemed to be fouled still with the ball. And he thought he'd get a free, then passing across to Larry Curtin. Larry Curtin gets a shoulder there from his corner forward. Patsy Quinlan out, then goes to Lee Murphy trying to rally the team, and the centre half back on about 30 yards, being tackled by the centre half forward, the other Liam Long. It goes into the other centre forward, Tom Fitzgerald, a shot one trying to find Chris McGill. Abbeyfeale trying to use the open spaces, but Donald Carney cutting out the pass, and the ball hitting the top of the stand and gone out for a line ball. This time into Tom Fitzgerald trying to use the open space here in Athea. Cross to the other public, and Liam Murphy, one public to another public, and Fitzgerald going through. Will he rally and inspire Abbeyfeale? Will he get a point to this angle? It looks good, and it's over the bar. The first score of the second half for Abbeyfeale. A point for the boot of Tom Fitzgerald. Score 3 points so far. That's his 4th point. 2 goals and 8 points to 5 points. 9 points between the teams. Will that score inspire Abbeyfeale, or will Shannon Rangers return again? Andrew Mahon in the offside the field. Shannon Rangers kick out, taking this time, dropping to Donald Carney, but this swoosh down from Donald Carney. Donald seemed to be fouled from behind, and who will take it? Will it be their corner back? Or will it be Donald himself? Donald himself takes it. Donald trying to find Billy Martin with the ball. Billy, a nimble-footed player, using the left leg, then using the right leg, and driving it forward and going down to his other teammate. But the other teammate, number 12, it's gone away from his Liam Sweeney. It's coming down this time to number 10, Liam Quirk, and Liam Quirk trying to find Chris McGill. McGill guarding the ball then, and then McGill going a typical solo run, but he's impeded from doing so by Chris Noonan. I'm sure Matthew O'Connell will have a word with Chris Noonan there for a personal foul. First name of the game, not a dirty game by any means, going to the referee's notebook. McGill himself trying to take this free. Abbeyfeale trying to work a goal at this stage, would need a goal badly to get back into the game. Richard Horan going forward for the pass. Will Richard get it? Richard waiting for the ball to come to him, calling for it inside lots of forwards. Richard's going to solo run and then trying to find Chris McGill, but Michael Lynch 6 feet 4 inches, his shot is half blocked down, and going for it again is Richard Tolan tried to sidestep the man from this angle, appeared to be fouled, was fouled, and it's a free. Who will take this free? Will it be that halfback?
Watch out, lad! Connor!
And it's driven by Richard himself. Richard trying to have the high ball, dropping at the edge of the square there.
Come on, Connor!
Conor Fitzgerald, he'll surely be the toast of the Shannon side after his display today, as he held that ball well and was fouled in transit, and it's a free for Shannon Rangers. Abbeyfeale are introducing another substitute. It looks like number 20, Liam Sweeney. Abbeyfeale at this stage had their 3 substitutes introduced. D. Hatton at corner forward. Liam Sweeney, will he be in the other corner? And Larry Curtin in the corner back position. Liam Quirk retiring from the Abbeyfeale team. Conor Fitzgerald taking the kick out. Michael Lynch going up for it, but the ball is coming down to Abbeyfeale's number 12, and the man in question is Joe Brother trying to rally his team. Joe Brother appeared to be fouled, was fouled, and it's a free. Who will take this free? Will it be Joe himself, or will he be taken from the ground? Joe waiting instructions from the sideline. Liam Sweeney says that he will take this free from the ground, or will it be Chris McGill? Yes, it appears to be Chris McGill. 2 goals and 8 points to 5 points. Will McGill go for a point, or will he lob it in around the square, hoping that Tom Fitzgerald will punch it home for a goal about 32 yards out? McGill not panicking by any means and drive it over the bar. 2 goals and 8 points to 6 points. Shannon Rangers are introducing their second substitute.
Come on, lad, concentrate again!
Their second substitute just gone into the fray. And they're making a switch as well, putting Pat Ambrose at centre half back, who's being replaced in the Shannon Rangers team. The substitute that's gone in. Conor Fitzgerald taking this one to the far offside the field, going for it is Liam Sweeney. Liam Sweeney appeared to be fouled there by the cornerback halfback Donald Carney. Donald Carney, a low ball trying to find his half forward, but coming in and getting it is the Tigers, Gerald O'Connor. Gerald O'Connor epitomising the spirit that the field sider should have today, as they're one of the Shannon Rangers players down injured, suffering from cramp on the far offside the field. Or is Matty O'Connell taking his name? It looks from this angle like the number 20 midfielder comes into our back, Pat Ambrose. Ball driving down in John Corbett with it. Will John play for the free, or will he wait to be fouled as it's going back into this full forward? Chris McGill across to Richard Tolan trying to get a point. The ball floating around in mid-air, going for it is Kevin O'Connor. Will Kevin O'Connor get it? Yes, majestic fielding by Kevin going in the solar run, trying to win himself the free, still gone a good about 5 yards. Yes, wins himself the free, says Matty O'Connell, and it could be another score from Abbeyfeale gradually coming back into this game. 2 goals and 8 points for Shannon Rangers, 6 points for Abbeyfeale. Will this be another Tom Fitzgerald speciality as he's going for the point? The wind curling around. Tom Fitzgerald, a very important kick. Tom, a great kicker of the dead ball. Places soccer with Abbey United A. As the referee there having a word with 2 goals and 9 points to 6 points. There's just 12 points between them. Will Tom get point number 7 coming up for Abbeyfeale? And 9 points between them. They excite Tom himself to take this one. Yes, it's high and it's over the bar. 7 points for the Caseys. 2 goals and 9 points for Shannon Rangers. Chris Newland, a shot one, the second shot kick out of the day to Conor Fitzgerald. Conor Fitzgerald drive it forward, well held there by Abbeyfeale centre forward. Tom Fitzgerald coming much more into the game and trying to pass there, trying to find Liam Sweeney across to Joe Brother in the half. Joe Brother is fouled. Joe Brother preparing to take the quick one, tries to find Chris McGill, but referee Matty O'Connell calls back the play to have a word with Liam Long. Or is it Liam Long? No, it's Pat Ambrose. Preparing to take this ball is the other Liam. Or Derry Quirk pumping it forward, breaking around there to the other Liam. Murphy seemed to be swung around from this angle, but the ball is still breaking around there, and it's got still to number 14, Chris McGill. McGill tries for the point, and the wind just takes it to the right and takes it wide. 2 goals and 9 points to 7 points is the score at this stage. That's a total of 15 points to 7. Shannon Rangers trying to encourage their players. Abbeyfeale have yet to get in this game. What a goal wouldn't do for the Caseys at this stage. As the kick out to be taken this time by John Long, driven out to their substitute, and their substitute is number 21, is being harassed by Kevin O'Connor, going back to the ever sure Conor Fitzgerald, and Conor Fitzgerald taking full advantage of the wind as it's coming down to the Abbeyfeale. Number 6, Liam Murphy getting the ball from Derry Quirk, pumping it forward to Richard Tolan with the ball, dropping the ball, and the ball is going down the cross, going towards Tom Fitzgerald, and number 7 is John Mulaney, but the ball comes back to Liam Sweeney. Liam Sweeney appeared to be hit from behind, but Liam Sweeney using his head, trying to find McGill. That playing McGill a lot. McGill swung around there by the centre halfback John Connolly, and it's a free, a vital free. If this free was to be scored, there would just be 7 points between the teams. 2 goals and 9 points to 7 points. Will it be the Railwaymen who will take this free? Tom Fitzgerald. Tom, a deadly kicker from the dead ball. This could be one of the pickiest frees of the day with the crossfield breeze. Tom socks around his ankles. trying to get the 8th score for Abbeyfeale. Tom Good and Tom High and Tom over the bar. Just 5 points between them. The Abbeyfeale team, since their team are coming, Abbeyfeale supporters, since their team are coming back into it, as Michael Hanley, the observer, is taking important notes at this stage of the game. This is the stage of a game where a game could be won or lost. 7 points between them, 2 goals and 9 points to 8 points. That's 2 goals and a point. 7 points between them. Will Abbeyfeale gradually claw back to the game? Pat Ambrose, he was centre field. He's taking the kick out as Shannon Rangers on the defensive. Liam Murphy gets the ball. Liam Murphy passes it over to Richard Holohan. Richard Holohan or Joe Brother. Joe Brother with the ball. A typical Joe Brother run. Will he play for the free? Swung around and then pass it out. No free, says Matthew O'Connell at this stage. With Tom Fitzgerald foul. But the ball hops away from Tom Fitzgerald and it goes down to the Glin centre back. Steady his team down, going across to Billy Martin from Glin with the ball, and Billy Martin hops the ball and then pumps it left. A dangerous ball between Larry Curtin and the corner forward. Larry goes for it. Larry's still with it. Larry's with the ball. Larry playing well since he came in. Seemed to be foul there. Not so. Yes, says Matty Cole O'Connell of Kilcornan. 7 points between the teams. Larry Curtin trying to find the midfield man. Richard Holohan playing much better in the centre field in the second half. Richard Holohan the low ball, but cut out there by number 5, and number 5 in question is Donald Carney. Donald had a great first half. Again, it's got there by Gerald O'Connor, the ever tenacious fieldman, down to his cousin Kevin O'Connor, and Kevin O'Connor trying to find the pass forward to Liam Murphy. Abbeyfeale playing much better football. Liam Murphy's his pass is back down. Seen Gerald O'Connor going for it again. Gerald O'Connor's just fouled there. Seemed to be fouled by Dennis Reedy or Kevin O'Connor. Kevin O'Connor trying to find Tom Fitzgerald. Tom Fitzgerald going for it. Shield it and drive it across then to his corner back. Derry quick. Trying to find D Hartnett going down for it. And the number 16 in D's back. And the number 4 in Conor Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald gets the better of this battle as he hops the ball and then down to Billy Martin. Billy Martin, the roving half forward, tries to sidestep Kevin O'Connor, and Billy Martin carrying the ball with him, using possession football. Still Billy drive it forward, and a dangerous high ball. Will it be broken down? Will David Keating fist it out? Keating fist it out. One of the Abbeyfeale players there seem to be held. The man held seemed to be held was Andrew Mahoney, and the referee Matthew O'Connell spotting the infringement. Gerald David Keating urging on his charges as he's pumping the ball forward, trying to have to go up for it. Joe Brother trying to play better football. The ball boxed away from him a little by John Conley as the referee Matthew O'Connell is putting the ball a little bit forward. Joe himself will take this one. Will he take it from the hand? Will he try to fight Chris McGill? That's what he does. McGill sends a typical McGill dummy. Will he play for the free? Will he get the score? He's gone about 20 yards out. Is that a goal coming up here by D Hartnett? He busts his way through, and no, the shot is blocked down. He gets it a second time. Seemed to be fouled. A penalty. They said he inspired many team from Calcutta to Bermuda. D Hartnett came into the team, won a county medal with Nathnagoshal, played great soccer with Abbey United, won the penalty. Even the donkey's braying. The donkey must be an Abbeyfeale donkey as he's excited at the prospect of a penalty. Who will take it? Will it be Chris McGill? Normally McGill hits the ball to the right hand side. Or is it a 14 yards free? It's a 14 yards free. I thought at that stage it would be a penalty. Will this put just 2 goals between the teams? Who will take it? Consultation. It is a penalty. I was right the first time. The Abbeyfeale supporters are delighted. Chris McGill to take it. Normally Chris McGill, Sports World in Newcastle West. He normally, the Abbeyfeale's mentor, Dennis Kelly, trying to urge on David Keating, telling him how much time is left in the game. Normally McGill hits the ball to the right hand side of the goalkeeper. What will he do this time? Will he go right or left? He goes right again, but it's saved! It's saved by Pat Noonan, surely the hero. Out again, 10 number 7, John Mulaney. John Mulaney up to the 21, the substitute. Now down towards Billy Martin. Billy Martin going for it with Derry Quirk. It's gone off Derry Quirk, and it's Pearson this angle, a line ball for Shannon Rangers. What will it be? A line ball for Father Casey's. Derry Quirk going for it. Derry Quirk trying to find D Hartnett pushing his opposing number, Conor Fitzgerald, and it's a free out for Shannon Rangers. Matthew O'Connell of Kilcornan, a very impartial referee so far. Who will take it? Will it be Conor Fitzgerald himself? Conor looking around him. Will he find his centre forward Liam Long? Liam Long going up for this one with Liam Murphy. It breaks down. Mike Lynch appeared to pick it off the ground. Yes, is there a free? And it's a free. Father Casey's are still on the attack. Just 5 or 7 points between the teams. Lee Murphy driving it forward, trying to find Kevin O'Connor. Kevin going up for it, but the ball goes down again to Conor Fitzgerald. The Hartnett seems to be limping, nursing an injury, going down to Lee Murphy. Lee Murphy trying to rally the field side, is going to go 20 yards and then tackles into the other centre half back. John Connolly, battle between the two centre backs as it goes out to Kevin O'Connor. Will Kevin O'Connor try the point? A dangerous shot. Is there a goal on here? Oh, it's a point. Just gone over the bar by John Colbert. A very good point by the corner forward. Was just in there to get that ball over the bar. Just 2 goals between the teams. 2 goals and 9 points to 9 points. 6 points between the teams. Abbeyfeale have come to life in the second half. The Shannon Rangers officials, they interrupt the observer. They're checking their watches. I hope all the watches are good watches. 22 minutes gone in the second half. Not counting injury time, there are 8 minutes left. 2 goals between the teams. Pat Ambrose taking the kick out for Shannon Rangers. Will Shannon Rangers hold their early momentum, or will Abbeyfeale come back to the game? Lee Murphy go up for it. Lee Murphy get it, but the ball is pushed away from by the other Liam. The Liam in question is Billy, and Billy Martin. Billy Martin trying to find his full forward. Dennis Reedy roaming out from goal, shielding the ball. Happy it seemed to be overholding it. Yes, says the referee, Matthew O'Connell. Shannon Rangers panicking a bit at this stage in the game. The ever versatile David Keating trying to find Kevin O'Connor. Kevin O'Connor being closely marshalled. It's gone out after the sideline, seemed to be gone from this angle, gone off the Shannon Rangers defender. Kevin O'Connor trying to find the full forward, Chris McGill, but Conor Fitzgerald reading that game to the tee and then driving forward with the left foot, trying to find his half-forward Andrew Mahoney coming more into the game in the second half, driving a high ball. Will McGill break down the spot to Scalacci, or where will it go? That says the Glin to the Shannon Rangers cornerback. The Shannon Rangers cornerback John Long with the ball. John is fouled and it goes to number 20, their substitute Pat Ambrose, not their substitute, their original midfielder Ambrose, a tower of strength in the full back line. Ambrose driving this ball out for their corner forward Patsy Quinlan, back playing for it with Lee Murphy, and Lee Murphy taps it down, being harassed by Patsy Quinlan. See Lee with the ball, gone about 30 yards. He's a really inspiring figure for the case in the second field. Down to the railwayman sends a knee to me, and then gone 20 yards trying to look for a free. Will he get the free? He will get the free, says Matthew O'Connell. He was tackled high around the head. Matty doesn't like those kind of tackles, as he's showing his authority. Will the railwayman put 5 points between the teams? Tom Fitzgerald, he's been a valuable asset all the year to Abbeyfeale. He's been even more valuable today. Will he just put 5 points between the teams? The score at the present, with 6 minutes left in the game, is 2 goals and 9 points for Shannon Rangers, 9 points for Abbeyfeale. Níla gá cool idir na fórna, mac Gerald Cunnan kick sér seo a hogant. And Moltor Matty O'Connell leg strívis stock in a laur. Thomas mac Gerald kick on talk that and kick seo. Kitog, Taz, Rod Erigan ag Tarlú with the shows for brother, agus Liam O'Long, agus fine Thomas McGarrald and Colleen, Níla Chuig Colleen idir na fórna, Níla Chuig nóméid fáchas a cluiche. They're just 5 points between the teams. There's only 5 minutes left in the game. Pat Ambrose, our Shannon Rangers on the retreat, as Ambrose, not in any great hurry, is being urged on by Matthew O'Connell to kick out the ball. Matthew O'Connell checking his watch. 5 points between the teams. Pat Ambrose tries a shot one, the third shot one of the day to Conor Fitzgerald. Conor Fitzgerald trying to shield this one, being tackled by John Colbert, as Conor Fitzgerald drive it down. Richard Holohan going for it. Richard Holohan getting for it, being tackled from behind by Liam Long, driving it forward, driving it in for Chris McGill trying to break it. Majestic fielding there by the Shannon Rangers defender, out to Conor Fitzgerald. Conor pulling it in the ground, but it goes down to Kevin O'Connor. Abbeyfeale are trying to get a goal. Will they get a goal? No, not says the substitute as he drives it forward. Driving it for Richard Holohan going up for it. Richard getting it, and Richard crossed into Tom Fitzgerald. We see it, Tom Fitzgerald run. No, says Tom, but he gives it instead to the man in question, Joe Brother. Joe tries a point, and Joe just to the right and just wide. 4 minutes between the teams. Donald Mulvihill is urging his fellow chargers to take their time, as this could be a very exciting year for Shannon Rangers. 4 minutes left, 5 points between the teams. Toddy McMahon urging the Shannon Rangers minters are urging their chargers to crowd out the midfield region at the moment, hoping to stamp their authority once again in this game. Kick out, Pat Ambrose driving strong into the centre field. Up they go for it, down it breaks. The breaking ball breaks down to Michael Lynch's shot is half blocked down and going down to Chris McGill. Is there a goal on here? It looks like a goal is to go. Oh, saved and out. Oh, gone to the left and gone wide. From this angle it looked as if it was a goal written all over it, but just trying to make too sure. Chris McGill fisting it to Dee Hartnett. Dee trying for the corner of the net, inches, centimetres to the goal now left. The Shannon Rangers taking their kick out. Pat Ambrose, he was a stalwart in the middle of the field. That Vincent Kelly ordering on his charges. Still, Father Casey's on the attack, and the attackman is Joe Brother. Joe Brother to McGill. They'll surely get a goal this time. McGill sidesteps the tackle. Is he fouled? It appears he was. No, says Matthew O'Connell, as the ball is bubbling around, and the ball is coming out to Joe Brother. Joe Brother with the ball, trying to go through a wall of defenders, and then a shot, and then a point from Brother. 4 points between the teams. 2 goals and 9 points. That's 15 points. 11 points for Abbeyfeale. Abbeyfeale have yet to get a goal. Pat Ambrose. About 3 minutes left in the game, not counting injury time. 4 points between the teams. 2 goals and 9 points. That's 15 points. 11 points for Abbeyfeale. Have Abbeyfeale can come back into this game too late, or have Shannon Rangers, will their early initiative be enough to maintain victory from the men for the Shannon? Pat Ambrose, a very busy time in the second half, kicking out the ball high into the centre of the field, punched forward by Liam Long, going down again and going down for it. And get it, and the far outside is Gerald O'Connor. Gerald O'Connor seems to be hooshed over the line. A very important line ball for Shannon Rangers. Will it be Michael Lynch? Michael Lynch, 6 feet 4 inches, or will it be their halfback Donald Carney? Donald Carney would do well to drive this ball forward to the edge of the square. Donald Carney drive it forward and get it is Gerald O'Connor, but it's breaking down from Gerald O'Connor to the midfield, to the substitute, breaking down again, and get it is Derry quick drive it forward. John Corbett coming forward to it with Kevin O'Connor, but it's got down to the substitute, and the substitute number 21 is driving it forward again for the far off side of the field and going into that full forward. Dennis Reedy, it would crown Dennis Reedy's game if he got a point at this stage. Dangerous ball, looking good, and it's over the bar. Yes, a mighty point by Reedy to put 5 points between the teams. At the stage there, it looks as if Father Casey's would come back into the game, but that's 2 goals and 10 points. That's a total of 16 points. Father Casey's 11 points. Paddy McMahon to take this kick out. The wind not as strong as was early in the second half. Richard Hulling going up for it. Belt fisty down. Going for it is Liam Murphy. Liam Murphy playing a very good second half, trying to find Tom Fitzgerald. Tom Fitzgerald, it's punched down from Tom Fitzgerald by John Mulaney, and going down again to the centre forward. The centre forward is Liam Long. Liam Long, possession football, still holding with the ball and then driving the ball. It's a great point, is it? It's going high, it's gone over the bar. A mighty point by Long. 6 points between the teams. 2 goals and 11 points. That's it, says Donald Mulvihill. His leg is feeling much better now, he says, as he tried to rally on Shannon Rangers as it comes out to number 7, Gerald O'Connor, doing a lot of messing with the ball, but driving across Larry Cotton is the game all. Is that a foul there? A foul there. Gerald O'Connor take it. Full time, injury time. Kevin O'Connor with the ball. Kevin O'Connor still trying to keep the spirit across to halfback Andrew Mahoney. Andrew Mahoney being forward by the Shannon Rangers half forward, and it's gone out over the sideline. A line ball for Abbeyfeale. Richard Holohan with the ball. Richard, the number 9 in the midfield, working tirelessly in the centre of the field, pumping the ball forward, going very near the sideline, going for it is Chris McGill. Chris McGill seemed to be fouled from this angle. Not so to the referee talking with the linesman. It went off a Shannon Rangers defender. Going across, a last chance for Shannon Rangers. Ball pumping around there, coming across to Kevin O'Connor. Getting it there is Billy Martin, and Billy Martin, you letting the ball do the work down to this angle, and going for it is Patsy Quinlan. Patsy Quinlan, oh, trying to shake off the tackles there, Larry Curtin, but the ball comes to Derry Quirt down to Liam Murphy, and the man from Liam Murphy and Bridget Murphy, they own the ball in Abbeyfeale, into the mighty D. He flicks it down to McGill, and McGill try for the point, and McGill gets the point. 5 points between the teams, 12 points for Father Casey's. 2 goals and 11 points for Shannon Rangers. Extra time, very little time left in the game. Shannon Rangers sense that the victory has come to the Shannon side. The combination of teams from Glin, Ballyhahal and Fines, their selectors have done Trojan work down through the year, and they had great faith in this team, hoping that they would do them justice. Their selectors Liam Long, Pat Mackay and Vincent Kelly urging on their charges as Pat Ambrose, the far offside the field. It's going down, it's got by Liam Sweeney. Liam Sweeney trying to resurrect Abbeyfeale and trying to get a goal into Kevin O'Connor. Kevin O'Connor trying forward to go bypassing Dee Harton and going to the centre back. The centre back is John Connolly. Time ticking away, punch forward again. Larry Curtin going for it. Larry Curtin being chased by Dennis Reilly. Larry Curtin holding up the ball. Will he find David Keating? Will the pass be intercepted? Yes, it's going out again and bubbly out to the centre back. Liam Murphy. Liam deadly positional since in the second half. Going down to Derry Quirk. Derry Quirk trying to drive it forward and trying to drive it forward to Joe Brother. Joe Brother with the ball. A typical Joe Brother run and then trying to find the corner forward, but it's cut out by Conor Fitzgerald. Conor Fitzgerald showing the ball to the man, a thing that cannot be done under the rules, and it's a free for Abbeyfeale. Will Tom Fitzgerald try a quick one, and will he try one around the house? He sees his options. D calling for it, Chris McGill calling for it. Thomas pumping it forward. A dangerous ball is there a goal on here. As McGill gets it, that surely be a penalty before this game is over. He's McGill with it, being tackled very heavily. McGill get hit again, trying to shield off the different tackle men. The tackle man with it is Billy Martin, and Billy Martin left with it, showing that there's great life in Glin, showing that Billy Martin is a player of renewed vigour as he's pumping forward in Dennis Reilly and David Keating. There's a kick in the old dog, it says David Keating, as David Keating bursts his way out and trying to find Gerald O'Connor. The old to the young man carry it forward, the old man get it, and Gerald O'Connor belting it down, and it's going towards D Hartnett. D is just punched out of D's hand at the last minute into number 10, Billy Martin using possession football down to his 11, seemed to be thrown by Liam Long. So says the referee Matthew O'Connell of Kilcodden. Liam Long deeming that he had punched it. Abbeyfeale's last chance. Derry Quirk to take it. Derry Quirk trying to find Tom Fitzgerald. Tom Fitzgerald will carry this one. Harris from behind by number 7, John Mulaney. Again it goes to Tom Fitzgerald. But he's in the dummy here. Yes, he will. He tries to round John Mulaney. Gone forward again. Will there be Tom Fitzgerald goal here? It's going around the square. It's bubbly around. But it's got by the Glin cornerback Conor Fitzgerald. The rock that we need the Abbeyfeale. Attack Perishan. It's going in again. It's going in this time. Across by D. Across again. Or is it D that has it? Will D get a goal? A Joe Brother. A goal by Joe. A pass from D. There's just a goal between the teams. It's time ticking away. A pass from D. A goal by Joe. A mighty shot. They're having a word with Matthew O'Connell and see how much time is left. Has the title gone to the Shannon side? Have Abbeyfeale clawed their way back? About 3 minutes of injury time being played. The Shannon Rangers goalkeeper Pat Noonan in no hurry with this kick out. There's just 3 points between the teams. Or will it be Pat Ambrose that will take it? Ambrose, high, very near the final whistle, it's all over. The title has gone to Shannon Rangers. The men in green, they did their division proud today from Fines, Ballyhall and from Glin. Yes, a complete Glin half-forward line. Billy Martin, Liam Long and Lee Sweeney, and the Mentors delighted with their great achievement.
Right, lads, on behalf of the Westport, I'd like to congratulate both teams on an excellent game of football. I'd like to thank Athea for the improvements they've made here and to congratulate them as well, and to thank Matthew Conlon and his officials. It's been a great year for football in West Limerick, and that's mainly due to the efforts of the players and to the officials who are involved in the clubs. I suppose for Abbeyfeale it's been a great year. They have won 3 county titles, and indeed I know that they're looking forward to playing in the senior championship next year. As one of the people who advocated the group teams, I must say that I was proud of the way Shannon Rangers played. They played exceptionally well. And lads, they have these group teams in Cork and Kerry, and it's benefiting the game. And I suppose if the championship comes back to the division next year, these 2 teams could meet again in the final. And it now gives me a great pleasure to present this cup to Liam Long. Well done.
First of all, I'd like to congratulate Athea on the condition the pitch was in. And I'd like to congratulate Matty and his officials on the great job they made of the match. And no. Most important, lads, I want to thank both Lynn, St. Steen's and Gerald Griffins for the effort that they put in. I know we hadn't a great attendance at training at times, but in general it was fairly good, and there was 100% put in by everyone. And lads, next year we'll go a bit further with the help of God. Lastly, Congratulations to Abbeyfeale, lads. They had a wonderful year. They won all around them, lads. But lads, we just couldn't let you in this one. Three cheers for Abbeyfeale. Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! On him up!
Delighted as the guard from Abbeyfeale comes in to throw colours live. He is based in Abbeyfeale, he's taking off the hat. They're singing, here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Shannon Rangers delighted after this exciting game. Joe Kelly, Chairman of the County Board in Og, congratulations. What do you think of the game?
I thought it was a great game of football. There was, if you like, two halves in it. Our lads got the scores in the first half, and Abbeyfeale, Father Casey's, got it the second half. Now, they came very well, and with a bit of luck, but some great defensive work on the Shannon Rangers side that held them there. So
Pat Ambrose did a great game in midfield, Joe.
Pat finished up full back, and himself and Conor Fitz done great work in the full back line there in the finish.
Were Abbeyfeale, would you think, overconfident coming today?
Well, our players went in to win it, and didn't think that they always thought that they could beat him. So I suppose that bit of confidence that helped our lads in the start.
They seemed to play mighty during the first half, and then midway through the second half they seemed to be under pressure.
They were under pressure, I suppose. Abbeyfeale were training as a team. Our lads, they weren't all there training at all times, but I suppose a bit of extra training held. Abbeyfeale have great, Father Casey have great training during the year, and great. They had a great team, so I'd say that stood them in the end. They put up great pressure with a bit of luck.
And was the play, Joe, bringing Dinistry, the full forward, out from the square? Dinistry, he created lots of space out from the square, and here corner forwards would lose 20 pounds on the goal coming in.
Yeah, but they were unlucky, I suppose, they are not to get a couple of more scores above, but on the run of the play, they took their chances the first half, and they didn't get as many chances the second half. They could maybe they had a couple of more, but Abbeyfeale had more. Abbeyfeale lost more chances in the finisher. Father Casey lost.
Is it the first time that Shannon Rangers have won the West? The first time is the division?
It is the first time that they were Fines, Glin and Ballyhale were ever together in championship.
And Joe, with Halloween winning the senior in Cork and Shannon Rangers winning the senior here in West Limerick, it augurs well for divisional teams.
It does, yeah. And Kerry have them for years, but it was the first time, this year was the first time ever that County Board agreed, the junior clubs finally got a say, and I think they're delighted now that junior clubs can come together and make a senior team, the same as they're doing in Kerry.
No overall, Joe, would you say it was a combined team effort, or would you single out any individuals in particular?
Well, I'd say to the combined team effort today, every one of them, most of the forwards, all the forwards, you could say, got scores, and there was a great effort put in by everyone there.
So where will the celebrations start tonight, Joe?
God, I don't know. I'd say they waited till after. They'll be making that decision in a minute now. Yeah. It might start in Athea.
Congratulations again, Joe.
Right, thanks very much.
It's Captain, an Glin half-forward line. Are you delighted?
Oh, delighted. Thrilled. Thought it would never happen. But thanks be to God, we came out on top. It was tough for a bit, but we came through. We had a good start to the second half. I'd say that's what won it for us.
Even before the game, was the team finalised until about 5 minutes before the game?
We didn't pick the team until just before the game because we had a few injury problems and things. And everyone wasn't training on Thursday night, so we didn't know exactly if we'd have everyone today. So as it turned out, we had the bulk of them.
You were very strong through the centre lane, full back, centre forward and full forward, and they need the youthful men, Pat Ambrose, in the centre of the field along with your comrade from Glin.
Well, when it was a combination of three clubs, obviously we had a certain amount of strong players, and we concentrated on putting them on the central positions because that was the pivot of the Abbeyfeale team. If we could beat them in the middle, we felt that we'd probably get the upper hand in them. Their wingers weren't as strong as they were up the centre either, so I think that was a very important factor in the win as well.
And the near cornerback, Conor Fitzgerald, just gone from being a teenager, he played very well.
He had an outstanding game, and Conor probably was only barely got there on the team, if the truth was known. So the same as in '84, he only barely made it on the Glin team, and he was the star of the day. He probably saved the day again for us today.
And Michael Lynch and Pat Ambrose, they struck a great partnership in the middle of the field.
Well, there are two different types of players, and they play two different types of games. That's why they were there. Michael Lynch is the tall fielder of the ball. Patrick is hard in underneath the ball. He picks up the breaks. That's the way they were playing all the years. So we left them there, and they done the trick for us.
And what about the future prospects now of Shannon Rangers?
And hopefully we'll go to the county next year.
Congratulations again, Liam.
Thanks very much.
Now, Vincent Kelly, one of the selectors. You're delighted?
Delighted. It was a great effort from the players. Without much motivation from... sometimes it's easy to motivate players when you're playing for a club, but when you get a combined team together, it's hard to motivate them. But the lads themselves went out today with acknowledged themselves that they were good enough to win it. And I think they showed great fight on the field. They went out... We started most of our games up to this very slowly, but today they went out from the throw-in and played very determined, very hard football, and I think that's what stood to us at the end, because we had played early on, we played well, and I think we got on top, and it was only because they tired towards the end and we lost two players that we let Abbeyfeale back into the game, I think.
But what about 10 minutes ago you were seeing even plenty panic a small bit?
That's true. This would come true because of maybe lack of experience to the players playing on an occasion like this, and also maybe a lack of communication between the selectors from different clubs and the players, that they sometimes mightn't be able to read what selectors are asking them to do. But I think the reason why we began to panic, or looked like we were panicking, because we lost our full back and we lost Donald Mulvihill, and they were two vital players. And when we lost Chris Noonan, we lost Pat Ambrose to midfield, and we were destroyed in midfield for the last 50 minutes of the game. And that is why, I think, because we lost Pat Ambrose, because Pat Ambrose had played a star game up to that. He had picked up all the loose ball and continuously cut off the Abbeyfeale attack.
I suppose when the team was completely reshuffled, it upset you a small bit.
That was it. It was just a reshuffling of the team, and people were going into positions that they hadn't played in all season, and I think that is why the correct answer. They were playing in positions that weren't used to.
And your midfielders there, is Pat Ambrose still a minor?
No, he's probably gone for minor now, but well, I've been told now he's still a minor. But I thought this year was his last year as minor. But he's a great prospect if he keeps an interest in the game and stays reasonably fit. I think he's a great prospect to the game. But so are many other young people. I think next year we'll be able to bring 3 or 4 other players that probably didn't show great interest this year because they thought we weren't going anywhere. I know there's players from our own club that could have been on that team today or on the border of that team, but because they thought maybe the team wasn't going to be organised as it was, they just didn't show any interest. And I think next year we may persuade some of those players to come and play with this team, and I think we'll go a lot further this year. You must remember we've beat St. Cairns this year. We beat Ballysteen, Askeaton, we've beaten Abbeyfeale now, and we beat Athea. We've beaten a lot of senior teams this year, and I think if we remember that going out next year, Mahon were very lucky to beat us in the county championship, and if we had prepared as well for that game as we had prepared for this one, I think we could be maybe have gone a little bit further, but that's for next year we'll look after.
Other cases seem to be stuck to the ground, but they're overconfident.
I'd say possibly. There was an air of overconfidence, I thought, right, for the first 20 minutes. But when they came out in the second half, whatever the mentors told them, they came out playing, and they played great football in the second half. You can't take it from them. They were excellent. The combination and running at us in the second half was excellent. I think they're a team that will definitely win a county championship in the next 2 or 3 years. They have youth and they have plenty of football ability, and obviously good coaches, because when they did start to play football, they showed that they can do it.
Congratulations again, Vincent.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, Michael Mulaney, chairman of the Finance Club, what do you think of the game?
I'm very pleased with the outcome of the game, and I think it was great for football to see these combination sides. I think Glin Rovers proved it this year as a combination. They turned out and won the county, and I think had Shannon Rangers put in better effort early on in the year, I have no doubt that they contested that county final with Hospital Herberstown or with Glin Rovers. And I think it was great for football, and see the young players like Joe Kervin, Pat Ambrose, minors getting a chance today to play senior football this year and winning a senior medal. I think it is great for those boys.
And what about Pints itself, since what players the standard keeping there?
We were unlucky this year. We were in the West semi-final and we drew with Rackale, which they beat us the second day. We were unfortunate to concede 3 or 4 easy goals to them. But overall, the standard is fairly good, and I think the future for football in St. Senan's looks fairly good. And I hope the same for Shannon Rangers.
And Shannon Rangers seem to have talent in abundance at the moment.
Well, with the combination of 3 clubs, there's a big pool of players to pick a team from, and I have no doubt that next year, as Vincent has said, Liam Long has said, if the effort is put in early in the year, plenty challenge matches with good senior clubs, there's no reason in the world why Shannon Rangers can't win the county senior championship.
Congratulations again, Michael.
Thanks.
Now, Tom McKay, another selector. Did I see you drinking poutine or oxtail soup midway through the second half?
You could see me drinking.
At that stage, you thought you had the game won?
Well, I was sure of it. Like, I was at 11 points up. I said there was no catching us. But Chris, I think, got injured through the main cause of overlaps, I think. And when you shuffle players around, you used to play in a position, as the boy said, Tiffany had to get him motivated again, like, you know.
So when Chris got injured, he put in Pat Ambrose fullback.
First of all, John Connolly, and we put in Pat Ambrose. And Pat Ambrose is used to playing fullback. He plays fullback for our minors and under 21s. And Ballyhall is Gerald Griffins, like, he's a member of that team. And he appears to hold things together a little bit anyhow, like, you know.
Chris Newman has given sterling service throughout the years. Would you say that the age has caught up with him at last?
He won't give it up for a few more years, because Ballyhall is working for a full-back for a few more years. But to come back to the amalgamation team again, I see no reason why Ballyhall, Fines and Lynn should win the county. In 1956, Ballyhall and Lynn together, Fines are no one into us. We won the county with Lynn. We were members, as some of them there, Jimmy O'Reilly and they mentioned but a few from Lynn, like, you know. But I think we'll go that one further next year, because Fines have good underage teams. We have won the county ourselves 14, 16 and 18. And some of those, Ambrose is a member now, and Dennis Reedy and those are all coming, like, so I think we should be there next year.
Dennis Reedy was kind of a roaming full forward.
That's right. That isn't his position, but Dennis is the man who can play anywhere. He's the first cousin of Lynn Long, the cost is in the way in there, like.
Yes. Well done again. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, Chris, how are you keeping?
Delighted after that. It was a great win. Hard earned, I say, but I think the few vital scores after half-time for us were the telling factor, because we knew Father Casey's would be fit. They were after a great year underage and everything. A lot of those lads out there were underage, or well, under 21, a few of them and that, but those scores were vital. Like, we knew Abbeyfeale would come back, and they got a couple of breaks. Missed a few. Pat saved the penalty and another great save there in the first half, which kept us in it. Like.
Your opposing number today, Chris McGill, I saw him playing against Celtic Gales for Ballygran, and I thought in West Limerick he'd be unbeatable, but he proved other ways today.
Well, I suppose, as I said to the lads, I was eating, drinking and sleeping Chris McGill for the last week. That's all I could hear, you know, but he probably didn't ever play against me. I know his style, you know, so he hadn't played against me, and if you kind of hold your head and play to the man on the day, that's the way it plays.
Normally he's very quick to get the ball, and you were just out as quick today.
Maybe I got a few breaks. I could read the game there a few times, a few balls coming through. I read him that little bit faster than him, you know, and reading the game then will make up for the lack of pace at my age, like, which is just turning 29 or that way, like. But you know, like Davy Keating will tell you that there.
So you said, if you were saying in other words, Chris, if you met Chris McGill at 19, he wouldn't be there at all.
Well, I'm not saying he wouldn't be there at all. Like, he'd probably be even further behind me.
And Chris, I suppose overall it was a team effort.
Well, it was at the start of the year when the lads got together, the three clubs got together, and there was a lot of work to be done and a lot of backroom work to be done. And I think that all the effort goes to those players that tugged out there today, including the subs, because they were the players that had faith in this Shannon Rangers team, not the ones that said, "Oh, three clubs we can't pull. I'm not on one day." You know, they were the players that missed out today. I think because it's the lads that went out there and give it a hat and give it a training, and it all there like on the field.
And great things to come for Shannon Rangers in the future.
If they stick together, you could see Glin Rovers there this year, like the way they went in and won the county title. When you have three clubs and you pick the best players out of the three clubs, you have to have a good team. Like the weak links are very minimum on the field, and if the Rangers keep going, plug away again, do a bit of training, I think they should be there again.
In Cart last year, they won it for the first time. They won it for the second time this year. We'll be back again next year, Chris.
We certainly will. We'll be giving it a go anyway, you know, and maybe if the old leg means up, I could be there again myself, but we'll see. But we'll give it a go again.
So you'll celebrate the 30th birthday in style?
Celebrate the 30th birthday this evening.
Well done, Chris.
Thanks. Good luck. Thanks.
You were unhappy that you would be away for the second replay of Athea and Rathkeale, but you saw a great game today. Will this make up for it?
Well, we'll go halfway. As I said, Johnny, try and go the whole lot. And I just amused there listening to Chris Noonan saying he ate, slept and drank Chris McGill for the past couple of weeks. But what happened, Chris? His wife presented him with a baby daughter 3 weeks ago. I said that's what's kept him awake.
So you make out that he is awake by night as well as by day?
Day and night he's awake, but he's picking up a lot of things off of the Kerry fellas back, like, you know, he's stationed in the stall, and I hear Tim Keneally give him a bit of advice there.
What do you think of the game?
A great second half. Shannon Rangers started, put a lot of pressure on in the first half. I was worried in case they wouldn't maintain it. They lost grip of it there for a while in the second half, came back again, and maybe towards the end lost it. But it was overall a very good game.
I thought in the start that Abbeyfeale looked very much like a team that were burned out from football, or they were too confident.
I said they were burned out from watching a rugby match on television before they arrived here. I didn't concentrate that they were going to play in the West final.
In other words, that we'll say having won the intermediate football final, they thought that it would be easy enough.
Yeah, I suppose they were expecting, like anyone would expect it coming out against Shannon Rangers team made up of three teams. Well, these fellas ready to throw a team together for today, but just Shannon Rangers trained hard.
And what individuals would you pick out in Shannon Rangers? You said it was a team effort earlier on. We were talking after the game, but were there any individuals that had a great games for Shannon Rangers?
There were. There's Connor Fitz inside, had a great game, and Donald Kearney in the half-back line. Played very well.
Donald was very good in the first half, wasn't he?
He was, and in the second half as well. He played, to me, I think he was man of the match. I'd rate him as man of the match. He had a great game.
And then the forwards, they seemed to take their time before they took their scores.
The young lads there at midfield, young Ambrose, like if he concentrated on playing, he'd get his place in any county team.
Very, very strong player.
Limerick, but I'd say he'd be hitting for the kingdom if he was living in Tralee or someplace, you know.
And what do you think of the future of football in Shannon Rangers?
There's no fear of it. There's in sound hands, the likes of Packy Hayes and Jimmy Reedy and Vincent Kelly and those, like, they're doing tremendous work there for football in the three clubs. And they have plenty of helpers, like, they've no shortage of help, but they have good young teams. Look at St. John's young teams coming up. Gerald Griffins going out contesting county finals, Glin contesting county finals. There's a great future for football. And I think you can see by the crowd that was there today, since John O'Keefe came into Limerick, he's created a new awareness for the big ball code. We saw it in the county finals. We saw in the papers this week where Jerry Bennett was complaining about the small crowds at hurling matches. But if you look at here today, a fine crowd in Newcastle West last Sunday, the Tournafulla the Sunday before, and next Sunday again in Tournafulla. There is a great feel for Gaelic football in this part of the county, because we've always aligned ourselves to Kerry. We've seen Kerry teams down through the years. We've supported Kerry, and we know what football is.
So you would say Limerick football is on the up at the moment?
It's on the up, and it will keep climbing. I don't know how the boys got on in the skating today against Clare. Hopefully they won. But, you know, football is a brilliant game. They talk about the speed of hurling. Granted, hurling has its speed. But there's some great skills in football, and great commitment required from players.
And will you be around next Sunday for the replay of Athea and Rathkeale?
No, Johnny, I will be in the oldest city in Britain, in Colchester.
For how long, Michael?
I'll be there for 10 days, but I'll be on the blower, I'd say, at about 5:30.
What word of advice would you give to Abbeyfeale now after today's game? I'm sure they must be downhearted.
Naturally, they'll be downhearted, but they're after a great year. and hopefully that they don't go home disappointed tonight and say, we'll forget it. Get back out again, and even if necessary go to play a challenge match next week or the week after, we know that next commitment is in next year's league, like, you know. But get out and enjoy their game, and maybe if they have to relax, but to get out again in the middle of January.
And I suppose overall today, Michael, sportsmanship was a winner because they stayed on the field while Shannon Rangers were being presented with the cup and were the first to cheer them, and we wish them joy.
That's right. Not alone did they stay on the field after, but there was great comradeship and all through the game. So there was a dirty foul in the game, like, you know, and those lads know one another well. You know, as I said, West Limerick might be a scattered area, but everybody is a close community.
Okay. Thanks, Michael, and the best of luck in your holidays.
Right.
Conclude the aftermath of the West final between Shannon Rangers and Father Casey's. The score finished just 2 points between them. A late flurry of scores by Abbeyfeale left the final score Shannon Rangers 2 goals and 11 points. Managed on the Athea 1 goal and 12 points. As we're standing in the new Athea sports ground, as we look across at Pa O'Connor's field, where many the successful Athea team trained in the past, where many successful underage Athea team, it was the nursing ground of their football. Then they acquired this property here, and this is the new GA Athea Sports Complex. We wish Pat has gone to his eternal reward, and as we look across the valleys and across the hills, we think of the great Gaels who brought glory to Athea in the past, and how they wouldn't have wished to be alive today to see this enthralling West Limerick final. It was a great game. Football was at a high standard. Both teams served up a very high standard of sportsmanship, and overall, I suppose Shannon Rangers were deserving winners. Chris Noonan was mighty fullback, that Liam Long was mighty at centre forward. He played a captain's part. Abbeyfeale were gracious in defeat, and there wasn't a dirty belt in the game. Yes, Shannon Rangers are victorious for this year. Abbeyfeale hopefully thought that they would have the West Limerick senior football title on their cupboard tonight, but games always don't work out the way that people think. So, and leaving here at the park, at the sports field in Athea, we wish all our followers, all our viewers, a very, very happy Christmas, and we hope that we'll have many enthralling West Limerick senior football finals to come.